Hello, my dears. Welcome to Wednesday. It's the day in the middle. But we already didn't have a Monday, so not really. There is no middle. When there are four things, there is no middle. Right there, no middle. Here is problems.
Welcome to 8.6. Your job is to decide for each of these, each line, which one is the true. Is it A or is it B? A or B. So you just write A or B on your little page. Look at them. Zoom in if you have to. Find out. Hit pause. Go. Yes, okay, we're back. Here we are. All right, here we go. 18 divided by 9, that sounds like 2 to me. Nah. Bing. B. 75 divided by 2 and then some is going to be 30. Oh, yeah. It's not going to be 3. 140, I'm dividing it by something that is less than 1, means the answer has to be getting bigger. This one gets bigger. This one, it does not get bigger from where you started. So that means this one is right. Again, I'm dividing by something that is less than 1. In this case, it's a half. So this is basically saying how many halves can you fit into 64? Well, that would be twice as many as 64, which is 128, which is not that, it's this. And over here we got, ooh, tricky, the last two. I like challenge. All right, 15, think of this as a fraction. 15 over 22. How does that fraction compare to a half? That's right, it's a little bigger than a half, isn't it? Because 11 20-seconds would be half. So which fraction is a little bit bigger than a half? It's this one. That one is teeny tiny. And now we've got something tiny. We should be making it tinier because we're dividing by something bigger than 1. Both of these, did they make it tinier? No, this went from 0.25, this made it bigger. No, I'm just going with no. There you go. There's your stuff. Okay, now for the intro portion of the program. We're going to be figuring out how long it takes to earn $1 million. A million, that is 1 followed by 6 zeros. Okay, $1 million. So what I did, if you flip to page 295 in your book, it says, record the hourly wage assigned to your group. So I'm going to assign you a pretty reasonable hourly wage for an Amazon delivery person. You know, the ones where they drive up and it's got the little swooshy on the truck and they leap out and they chuck it on the floor and on the ground in front of your house and then they run back away. Those guys, starting out, which is not bad, is more than just some job, plenty of jobs. But a decent thing, we would start out is $18 per hour. So you're going to record. So how long would it take you if you were an Amazon delivery person to earn $1 million with that hourly wage? You can use a calculator, but you need to show and write out the math that you're doing over on this page. Okay. So you're going to write it in a few different ways. You can find out how many total hours that is. Okay, but then you can't just leave it in hours. You're also going to find out, because you're only allowed to work 40 hours per week in most jobs in the United States. After 40 hours, they have to pay you what's called time and a half, which means 18 plus half of that, which is 9, they have to pay you 27. So a lot of companies don't want you to work more than the 40 because they don't want to pay you overtime. It's called paying somebody overtime. So you'll only work 40 hours a week. So figure out how many total hours it takes, then figure out how many 40-hour weeks that would be. So you're going to find out how many weeks there is, and let's call 4 weeks as a month. 4 weeks equals a month. It's not exactly, but it's close enough. Okay, so down at the bottom it says total number of hours, and then it says answer in largest possible units. That means how many months with, let's say it's, 3 months and 2 weeks and 4 more hours. You want to report it out using those biggest units, okay? So go do that and then come back. Well, actually, just go hit pause. Do that, and then I'll show you, walk through the answers, and we'll do it that way. Okay? All right, hit pause. You might be wondering why I'm letting that thing go, and that's because I need a calculator. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I'm earning 18 bucks an hour to drive around and drop off your totally necessary hand sanitizer and, toilet paper. 18 bucks an hour, and I can only work 40 hours a week. Otherwise, they start complaining and say, hey, Brian, stop working. Okay, we're not paying you for that. All right, so here's what I got to do first. I've got to take $1 million, and I've got to divide it by 18. That'll tell me how many hours I have to work. I know it takes 8, because I want to find out how many 18s it takes to get up to there, right? Another way to think about it is 18, that's an 8, times blank equals 1 million. These two things, same thing. This is division, that one's multiplied. But it's easier to do this first one in a calculator. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I do it? Yeah, divided by, this calculator is terrible, 18 equals. All right, I got a whole bunch of 5s. Did you get that too? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point. So 5, 5, so it keeps going forever. So this is how many hours. So, okay, cool. So it takes me 55,555 hours of working for 18 bucks an hour in order for me to make, so let's just round up. Let's just call it 55,556 hours. I've now broken $1 million. So how long is it gonna take me to work that many hours? This is where we're getting to the larger units, okay? First, I gotta say, okay, I'm only allowed to work 40-hour chunks at a time. So I'm gonna divide this, 55,556, I'm gonna divide it by 40. Now you might have kept this whole long decimal, so your answer will be a tiny bit different than mine, but let's not like focus on the tiny details here, shall we? Is my number still there? Okay. Clear, I'm gonna do 55,556 divided by 40 equals, I get 1,388.9. This is weeks. This is how many 40-hour weeks. Okay, and now I want to figure out months. Now I could figure out it's exactly this many weeks and it's 0.9 weeks, but let's not do all that. Okay, let's just stick with the decimals. I'm okay with that. I know I might have said something different earlier, but who cares what I said? Let's live in the moment. So now I'm just going to round that to 1,389 weeks. Okay, so if I'm working 1,389 weeks with 4 weeks are in a month, I got to do this. Let's do 1,389 divided by 4 weeks in a month. That's 347.25 months. This is a long time. So now, I didn't tell you to do this, but you should be asking yourself, well, gosh, how many years is that? So I'm going to do 347.25 divided by 12. And yes, you're like, why didn't you tell me to do that before you did the instructions? Well, give me a break, huh? All right, and here we go. It takes 28.9375 years for your Amazon driver to earn $1 million. Now that doesn't count the fact that they're having to survive off of that money as it's coming in. They can't just put it in a hole in the mattress, shove it in there and say, look, I did it at 29 years, I made it. But that's how long it would take them, 29 years to have earned $1 million total. A little bit less, okay? So I guess what I'm saying is, that's a long time. Now, $1 million is a lot of money. But $18 is actually pretty good hourly wage in this fine country that we're living in. So I guess what I'm saying is you're not going to get rich. The person, that man or woman who is delivering to your house on a regular basis is not getting rich doing that job. So smile, be nice to them. They're doing you a good service. And that is your announcement for today. Okay, yeah, go do the next page, which is, I don't know, 296. Yeah, go do that.